Hello, welcome to the latest video of Last Bell Boxing. Today we're going to cover Billy Joe Saunders and what's going off and what we think he's going to be doing next. So, Andy, I'll come straight into you. Obviously, there's been a video and a photo circulated, which has not been verified, I might add, where he's put a bit of timber on. So I'll let you take it away, Andy. What's your thoughts on Billy Joe and what's next?
A bit of timber. I mean, there's rumours saying that photo or video, whatever's, it's been doctored, it's fake. If it hasn't, then he's put a lot of weight on, and if that's the case, that's not his normal blown up weight either.
I won't put it past Billy though for a wind up, Andy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, me either, mate. But if it is the case, if it is fact, that's his career done, mate. That shows no intention of being focused and ready to fight anyone, does it? You know, there was a lot of noise about Chris Eubank Jr. By all accounts, Billy Joe priced himself way out of that. He wanted like $5 million or something crazy. That fight was never going to be made for that sort of money because it don't make that sort of money. It don't generate that sort of money anymore. Would it have been a pay-per-view on Boxer? Maybe. But even so, I don't think it makes enough money for Billy Joe to be warranting $5 million.
I think you might be surprised. If anything, if Amir Khan bends anything to go by, you never know.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, good point. That's the only fight for him, though, for me, mate. Eubank's making all the noises about wanting Kell Brook, and that still seems a possibility.
Yeah, he's come out and said he wants Brook and Billy Joe Saunders in the next 12 months.
Right.
You know, and I've got to go in here because I give Conor Benn a lot of grief about who he jumps in with. Chris Eubank Jr. at this stage of his career should not be talking about Kell Brook and should not be maybe Billy Joe if he's fit and active, but definitely not Kell Brook. Why does he not talk about Triple G anymore?
Well, in my opinion, you shouldn't even be talking about Billy Joe.
There's a bit of needle there, isn't there? That's why.
It's a big payday, mate. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Payday. Is it a big UK fight? Yeah, probably just still. Depends on what Billy Joe's got left. But, come on.
I really think, though, Andy, I think it will ignite boxing fans' enthusiasm once he gets announced. A bit like, again, Khan and Brook. Nobody was interested originally. It didn't do no numbers. It didn't sell out. Nobody was interested. And all the tickets went in half an hour. And I think this will be similar. Because Billy Joe, if nothing else, is a good salesperson.
Yeah, no, yeah. And obviously the pre-fight build-up will be huge because they hate each other, blah-de-blah. But what does that say about Eubank's ambition? It doesn't say anything about his ambition. He should be focusing on fighting a middleweight for a world championship belt. It's not the strong.
Who's going to jump in with him at the minute? He ain't got no ranking points. He's got to put the hard graft in before he gets a title shot.
Yeah, but the problem is he don't want to put the hard graft in because he thinks he's beyond that.
So what makes him think he's going to get? So you know what I mean? I know you're not saying he should get it, but he's in the Who Needs Him club. Why are they going to jump in with him?
It's only in the Who Needs Him club, mate, because he doesn't deserve a world title shot, in my opinion. He talks a really good game and says he'll beat up all the world champions. He's still, in my opinion, yet to prove it that he's at that level. I don't know. I don't see the Triple G fight happening. He's focused on Canelo.
I mean, beating Liam Williams hardly proves that you're world class, does it?
That was a poor Liam Williams, mate. That was a really poor Liam Williams. He showed nothing. He didn't show anything that he showed in the previous fight, did he? Against Andrade.
I think he's banking on Billy Joe being similar. No wonder he wants to get Billy Joe in the next 12 months, because I would if he's in that state.
Yeah. And this the Kell Brook thing, that's just ridiculous. Why do you want to, why are you wanting to fight a welterweight? No. It's all about the money, mate. It's he said it himself, Eubank. He's made more than enough money in boxing, and he's got a big name for himself outside of boxing. Well, yeah, you're a Eubank.
Yeah.
You know, you've not earned that off the back of your boxing career, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know this sounds like I'm going in hard on Eubank, but I want him to prove he's the fighter that he says he is.
Well, he's running out of time, isn't he?
What is he now, 32?
Yeah, he's running out of time for me. Yeah.
He needs to fight a genuine world champion. None of this, you know.
He's not even proved he's the best in Britain.
No.
So he's got the ideas of grandeur, hasn't he? Where he thinks he's going to get this world title shot. Personally, I don't think Wasserman or Boxer are going to deliver it him until he jumps in with someone of an eliminator nature.
Well, he's got to do that to get the ranking points for me. I mean, I've not seen the rankings for middleweights recently, but I don't think he'll be in the top. It was definitely not in the top 5 or so, I once thought. But no, I just yeah. For me, mate, the only fight going back to Billy Joe, because that's what this was meant to be about. The only fight for Billy Joe, in my opinion, is Eubank. And you can understand Billy Joe taking that fight. He's come off that loss. It's the end of his career. Why not have one more big payday? Because he's got no ambition to be climbing himself back up into the ranking for another world.
The only problem I've got is it smacks of Eubank University Gale.
Yeah.
You know, where Eubank gets another nice name on his resume when we all, and I just hope for God that Billy Joe's got some desire left, because a motivated Billy Joe beats Eubank. If he can get anywhere near his level, anywhere near what he was before Canelo, he beats Eubank.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate. He schools him.
He might want to be careful what he wishes for, Eubank Jr.
I mean, that, for me as well, I don't think that gets made at middleweight. I think he gets made at super middleweight.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think Joe gets down to middleweight anymore.
No.
Not this stage of his career. Certainly if he's put weight on as well. I think if that doesn't happen, mate, in the next 8 months to a year, if it doesn't happen in the next 8 months to a year, if it's not agreed in the next 6 months, it doesn't happen for me, and then that's it. That's the end of Billy Joe's career, unfortunately. And it's a real shame, mate, that he's gone out the way he's gone out. It's no shame in losing to Canelo, but it feels a little bit like another Naz. You know, he had so much potential, didn't fight often enough for me. And should have gone on and won more world titles.
I think it's because he's been very savvy with his money, hasn't he? So he's got a lot of outside interests away from boxing. So, and he's also got one eye on training, hasn't he, and managing. So, you know, I agree. I think if it's not out in the next 8 to 12 months, if it's not announced within the next 3, I think that's the end of Billy Joe. I think he'll concentrate on his out of boxing businesses, which is fair enough. He's earned it. You know, he's been very savvy with his money by all accounts. You can't blame him in a way. He beat Eubank Jr. I know Eubank Jr. will bang on about he thought it was a draw or Eubank Jr. won, but the bottom line is the record book says he won. So the greatest wind up that Billy Joe could do on Eubank Jr. by not giving him the fight. So it'll be very interesting. Okay, on that note, we'll bring this video to an end. We go live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.